The Ashes, the oldest rivalry in cricket. Well, it's about to start when England take on Australia in the first test of a 5-match series from the 16th of June. Now, why is the Ashes so significant this year? Look, we all know how Australia dominated for certain years, England dominated for certain years, and of course now this is a tussle between two very evenly matched teams. If you go back to recent history, Australia have been the more dominant team before England. Under Alistair Cook was so impressive. Now, England's Test cricket has been revolutionized under Brendan McCullum, the coach, and Ben Stokes, their captain. Bazball is what they're calling their approach, and England think they will be able to intimidate Australia with their hyper-aggressive batting against the likes of Pat Cummins, Mitchell Starc, Josh Hazlewood, Scott Boland. It's a pretty packed, pretty star-studded pace lineup there for Australia. England have, of course, named their playing 11 2 days out from the first Ashes Test in 2023. The significant aspect is Stuart Broad and James Anderson are both playing in that first Test match. Remember, over the last few years, Stuart Broad and James Anderson have been rotated. Stuart Broad has publicly come out and expressed his displeasure over not playing certain Test matches, but they're not getting any younger. They're still as effective. James Anderson, over 40, still a regular wicket taker, and that takes some doing. Stuart Broad, again, is so lethal and so dangerous with the new ball. They will be a handful against the likes of David Warner, Usman Khawaja, Manas Labuschagne, Steve Smith, Travis Head. Remember, it's a contest this time between two very, very evenly matched teams. You go back in Ashes history and you wouldn't have found a lot of that. The 2005 Ashes, considered to be one of the greatest series ever played between these two, will rekindle memories of some superstars from that era. But now look at this. The top three ICC ranked batters in Test cricket are from Australia: Manas Labuschagne, Steve Smith, Travis Head. That has only happened after 39 years. There were three batters from the same team occupy the top three spots in the ICC Test rankings. And then you have England's firecracker batters. You have Ben Duckett, Zach Crawley. All these guys will look to come out and take on Australia's feared fast bowlers. You, of course, Joe Root, who has obviously taken his game up further notches over the last several years. Clearly among the best batters in Test cricket in this era. Under Ben Stokes, England have been fearless. Remember the tour of Pakistan on flat pitches. They forced results out with their Bazball approach. Now, England want fast pitches. Ben Stokes has apparently made some requests for fastish pitches, and the first wicket, the wicket for the first Test match at Edgbaston looks pretty fast, and that could aid England in that approach against Australia. But will it be easy? Also, what would Australia's batters think? Of course, Travis Head had a fantastic time in Australia. He got runs 163 against India in the WTC final. Steve Smith got 100 against India in the final. Manas Labuschagne just dipping a little bit, but you can't count these batters out. Labuschagne, of course, the #1 batter in Test cricket. They've all had a great time in Australia. They will now look to bring out their best in what is bound to be one of the most exciting Ashes series in recent memory. This was Rajesh Gupta bringing this to you for India Today YouTube.